All right, welcome back. So we're going to take a peek at the salaries today. Some guys we can talk about re-signing, some guys we talk about trading, and more importantly, it is draft time. It's free agency time, so we have to talk about guys we can potentially sign here. And starting off with the big daddy of them all is Joe Mixon. We were so close this year to having a promising season. We did make playoffs. We made playoffs 9-7. We can build on that next year. It is very, very hard to walk away Joe Mixon if you're going to go out there and have the season we just had. But the problem with, that is we can get so much out for trading. But right now, we don't have a backup running back. So running back might be a big place we have to look at here in the draft. I never like drafting running backs early, but that just might be the case here this time around. Maybe we can get somebody that, this year can play behind Mixon. Next year, he can take care of business. Or get lucky and he progresses really quickly. He's in his 80s and he can play for Mixon this year. But man, Mixon has been so good for us over these years. It is hard to turn this guy down. A 93 overall show. But look at the stats this guy's put up. Every single year, over 4 yards per carry. The last two, 4.7, 5.0, 12 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, 172 yards after the catch. Where is the yards? That doesn't have it on it because we're looking at rushing. That'll do it. Receiving yards has been about 300-400, which is great for a running back too. He ain't no Saquon or Christian McCaffrey, but he's getting the job done nonetheless. Then we have Tyler Boyd, another one, 30 years old. How many years does he have left? Like I said, we are in that sweet spot. I do think it is fine that we've been drafting, defense these last few years. It's about time we start drafting offense. We look at a wide receiver. We have Tylan Wallace filling in that void for Tyler Boyd right now. So we've done a great job in kind of, the next man up mentality when we lose a guy. Jake Fromm, he's good to go for another 6 years still. Good to see. 89 overall, 30 million a year. Wow, we are paying him. Oh, wow. Jesse Bates, 4 years. He is 28, so he's got some time. We ain't got to worry about him yet. Maybe next year we talk free safety. We have Carl Lawson. That is another guy, right end. I think we look right end and running back this year. It's looking like Baker. Now that we don't ever have to touch offensive lining, it would just trade away like a 5th round pick for a player. It seems like that's all you get for him. Hudson has 2 years left at an 85 overall. Duval, 1 year left, but we're going to sign him, of course. Hudson probably going to get signed as well. He's 27. We'll see what we do there. Dexter Lawrence does 2 years left on his contract. A defensive tackle. Gatson playing free safety. He's got a while. Most of these guys we look to be in good shape here. Stuart Manning has 1 year left. We're going to probably re-sign him. He's only 24. William Jackson's probably going to get walked out the door. We can probably trade him, but we have 2 CBs for a reason. We're opening up that door. Jackson is now our 3rd CB on the roster. So that does make sense to why we'd be walking him out. Honker! It's actually Hooker. Perfect, Hooker, but I like Honker better. It sounds kind of cool. John Ross is 29, yeah, so we should definitely think if we can get I don't like wasting picks on wide receivers. Maybe we'll see what's out there. So we need a wide receiver, we need a running back, and we need an edge rusher, maybe. I think we'll have to draft the edge rusher. We'll take a look at, I just wanted to take a look at the contracts there before we look through the depth chart, so we don't have to click on their age and everything from here. We can take a look at the depth chart. The offensive line looks great. Other than center, which we already talked about, though, which, 79 overall. We might be able to stick with him for 1 more year. I think Massey's only about 22. He's not too old at all. Jake Fromm's going to be around. Tylan Wallace. The backup wide receiver spot's kind of soft. The backup running back, as we learned this year, we almost missed playoffs due to injury. We got to get a better backup running back. That's 71 just won't do it. Even if we have to sign one in free agency, it's a 76, 77. I feel like we can draft one now and get a 74, 75. We'll see. Defense is looking at Myron Chapman, good. Hudson's good. Polite. Oh man, we might have to go outside linebacker too. We've had a difficult time going outside linebacker in the draft. That's why we signed Polite in the first place. So that might be another guy we consider just, signing off of free agency if we have to. But Carl Lawson Hubbard is the backup, so we do not have a backup. Sorry, hubbies. I love you, buddy, but you are 30 years old, just like Carl Lawson. So Carl Lawson is a big guy we have to replace on that defensive line. We might have to go defensive line first. I think we have 2 draft picks. If I ain't mistaken. Oh, Curtis Duval upgraded to gold. Nice, nice. Love it. Stuart Manning still at 82. 82 on William Jackson. They're showing him here. And then Hooker. Is Hooker a new player? Did we sign him? I forget now. He's 27. We signed him. So we signed him to replace a guy. So we definitely got some money spent on signees because we don't have a safety. I thought we had a safety. Who was the safety that's supposed to play? Oh, Gatson. Why is Gatson? Oh, he must be injured. I'd assume Gadson's injured. Why is he there? He better not have been playing in the playoffs. He shouldn't have been. They always change it once you get to the... Yeah, it's Gatson. We're good there. He just has to switch positions. All right, we ain't got to worry about Hooker then. All right, I was concerned there for a second. So we're good there. We're talking. So like we said, we're going right end. We are going halfback, and we are going wide receiver here. Go ahead and sim up this next week. Well, actually, no, the reason I did that is because I wanted to go ahead and make sure we were scouting the players we needed scouted here. So we'll scout some halfbacks. Some HBs here. That is solid. I don't know where we can normally get running backs. I feel like you never want to waste too many picks on him, but then again, in this game, it's a little bit different. That could be a good guy. 5th round pick, maybe not. How many points do I have left? 115, so we're going to be careful here. That was a bad one to waste it on. Wide receivers. We do have some wide receivers scouted. We have some wide receivers scouted all the way to the 4th round. We don't go much past the 4th round. And then the other was left end. We have a lot of left end scouted as well. We'll throw some on there. That is useless. We're in that point now where I think a lot of these guys are kind of useless to show in a 5th round pick area. Yeah, 6th, 5th. Not a lot laying around there. Maybe we'll look at a linebacker or something. I got a lot of linebackers. We did pretty good at the scouting this year. It helped because we didn't have to go out there and, you know, scout any tackles. We kind of went and accepted scouting any tackles or guards. You just kind of accepted and said, we can trade for a left tackle or left guard for a 5th or 6th round pick, and that's all they're worth, even at a 78, 79 as a 20-year-old. Then we might as well just do that instead, because that's clearly what's possible here. Players ready to negotiate. Who needs signed here? Nobles. I think these are guys we just ignored on signing, right? Newsom, we don't want. We want to look for a punter. I forgot about a punter because he was struggling during the season. Last chance to negotiate for a punter too, it looks like here. Upgrade players. Those are just, all right, yeah, same guys. Okay, perfect. So I guess we have to go one more week to get to free agency. What phase is this? Oh, it's the re-sign phase. Okay, one more week, and then we are in free agency, and hopefully they left us something nice out here, something other than Tyler Newsom. We definitely need a punter. Everything else is optional, but we 110% need a punter. Oh my, we're available on cap minus 5.83 million. Wow. Well, that's not good business. That's not good business at all. How are we going to manage that? I don't like our cap situation here. Let me take a look at this. My team... salaries, what would that be under? My coach, those subs. I'm assuming salaries, apparently. That has to be it, right? Let's see here. 2024 cap, 229 mil. That is not good. Salaries 220. The cap's 229, salaries 227. So we have 2.02 million in cap space. So we have, oh, the rookie reserve. Okay. So we don't have any, wow, we don't have any free agency money. So we might have to talk about walking guys out now. That is not good. So we don't need, we have to keep Fromm. He ain't a choice here. We have to keep Bates. He ain't a choice. Boyd. What is John Ross getting paid? John Ross might be somebody we can walk out the door here. Hit some cap. Polite's getting $7 million a year. That's tough. That is tough. Honker's getting 5, 7 out of Rafferty. Is Rafferty even playing? Yeah, he's playing. He's getting $7 million a year though. Wow. 81 overall, $7 million a year. We paid him some good dough right there. Let's see what other teams are paying their left. What is Rafferty? He's a right guard. What's somebody like the Bills playing their right guard? Just to get a little bit of comparison going here. Maybe we can trade and dump some cap here. There looks like the right guard is absolutely bonkersly bad. I didn't even see him on the list there. Right guard, right guard, right guard, right guard. There's a left guard, 81. He's getting $6 million a year too, so I guess that's about right. He's getting $5 million though. $5 million for the 78 in Irvin. We have to shed some cap. That's unfortunate. We're going to be in some cap difficulties here. We haven't really had cap problems in years past at all. But again, if we have to, we can always draft a punter. This is the last year. It's the last freaking year. We have to try to do it, I think. Carl, we know why, because Carl Lawson's getting a 23.1 billion. But what? That can't be a this year bonus, and it has to be a total bonus, right? And then 12.2. What's count? Salary cap hit 12.2. Okay, gosh, dang. That almost had me. Salary cap's 12. Lawrence is getting paid, which is great. Billings is getting 3.4 mil a year. That's somebody we don't need, I think. He's a 75 overall. Griffin's getting 2.4. Yeah, Billings can be walked out the door, I think. We can trade him. I don't know if we're going to be able to find a trade for Billings. So 75 overall. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we can. No, we can't actually. A trade center is not. Oh, no, trade center is open. So Billings is an option. I can't imagine we're going to get anything for Billings, but we will try to before we go out there and say, you know what? Billings, you can't be on the team anymore, buddy. Sorry. You know, the thing is that you look at our defensive tackles. We have Lawrence, we have Gardner, and then Billings is the backup if anybody gets hurt, and that's scary. That is scary, but that is a lot to play a 75 overall backup, too. So let's see if we can... I don't know if I want to pay him that much. Oh, the 49ers are interested. Roll us up a trade here, San Fran. What do you think? Wow, what a steal that guy George Kittle on. $6 million a year. Are you kidding me? You're not going to take that second, but I want to see what the barometer thing here is. Wow, that actually isn't far off. They are considering close to the second for our player here. I don't know if I want to go a third. What if we go a second? I don't think we have any picks laying around. We'll trade them later if we do. So let's take a look here and see if we have any picks laying around. We have a second, a first, a fifth, and a seventh. We can take a kicker with the seventh if we really have to. We'll keep the seventh. We'll keep the seventh and see if we can pick up this second here, throwing on a fifth. That's not going to do it. Okay, so they really like Billings. They like him enough to give up a third-round pick for him. That's better than what we was getting for them dang offensive tackles earlier. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. It's, you know, a more important position here, defensive tackle. And he is a 75. That cap hit for 1 year, though. We might as well try to get rid of him. Yeah, we're still not there, even on a third. All right, so I thought we was a little bit closer than that. We're really not. So we'll throw on the 7th. 7th probably won't do it. We'll throw on the 7th for the 3rd. Almost there. Let's take a look here. We got another 6th right there. 6th, 7th, and Billings for your 3rd. Oh, geez, don't do that to me. You're just teasing me now. You go and put the bar that close. We got another 6th on there, right? One more 6th, I think I seen. Yeah, we got another 6th. That should do the. Oh, it wasn't the 6th. That was one already used. All right, then. So we'll go. You're gonna want the 6th and the 5th. You guys are being greedy. Okay, 6th, 5th, Billings. Take it. There you go. Thanks for offering it. Billings, you're gone. That should shed some cap space. Not that it matters because we have literally zero negative money to spend on free agents, but just to look at what we're missing out on here. Artez John, wow, what a big free agent. Artez Johnson, 25 years old and a 90 overall. Are we missing out on a doozy right there? Wow, if only we had the money for that. That is a lot of money though. No, it really isn't it? 4 years. He wants 55 million total. 11. What is that? 11 a year or so. We're paying Stuart Manning 17 million. I guess it isn't. I'm paying Duval Manning good money right now. But dang, would that help the defense? Artez Johnson. They're gonna be like, you can't afford to send that contract, and we really can't. They're showing how much money we got. 750K. That's funny. 3 million for him. I don't think he's gonna take that. All right, so we can't do any free agent signings. That's unfortunate. That should open some cap up, though. Trading Billings, that should open up 3 mil or so, but we're still going to be in the negative territory. So we're going to have to go straight to the draft. No free agent signings for us right now. Oh, we got to scout some more players at least, but let's take a look at the cap space one last time here. Yeah, it's still 4.59. I really don't understand how they work that out, but it's whatever. We don't have cap space. We'll scout these players, and we will jump to the draft. All right, here we go. So we have no free agents taken, but we do have 2 draft picks, I think, here, right? We have 2 first. If I ain't mistaken, we have 2 first to work with this time. Skip ahead to next user pick. I believe we are picking, oh, a decent pick. 21st and 22, 23, 24, 25th is our picks here. So we'll make our first selection here. Go ahead and see what's out on the boards. Thankfully, we'll have 2 close picks. That's going to help. We don't need quarterbacks. We already brought up, we need a halfback. He's got a stiff arm, ball carrier vision. You want to see an A+ in one of those categories. That's the thing. Antoine Miles. He doesn't rank that great in the combine either for a running back, so I don't like those stats. Definitely going to avoid that wide receiver. Malcolm Reed, A-, A-, A-. See, that's better, but he's first in the 30-yard to 3-cone. 3 A-. That's good numbers to have right there, though. 3 A-. You can't really go too wrong with that, but, man, do you want to be, I guess, you know, careful at the same time? That's actually really good numbers. I mean, come on, first, 3 A-. I don't know if we can go wrong with that. You let him go to the 2nd round. Let's see what we have for edge players here. We don't have a lot. That's unfortunate. I really needed to get a right end this time, too, if we could. I don't see anybody. I think all the good defensive ends are gone. I don't really want to re-sign Lawson. He's going to be 30. But we might be forced to. Maybe for a year or 2 or something. We can trade him for a first-round pick. The thing is, we won't have a lot of cap space. But the thing is, if we do re-sign him, obviously, he's not on the books next year, so that's going to clean some space. Devontae Peppers. Maybe that's Julius's son. We're far enough down the road now for that to be possible, right? Finesse, moves, tackle, pursuit. Those are decent numbers. That's a 2nd-round talent type of guy. So is he. We might be able to make this work. Oh, man. Antonio Montgomery, though. Be on the finesse, be on the pursuit. Let me take a look at those stats there, baby. 2nd, 3rd on the cone, the shuttle, 24th on the bench. You got to do better than that, though. All right, so I really can't afford to mess this up. If we mess this one up, we're hurting because we are cap issues. We got to get younger guys, and we got to start being able to plug and play them. The thing is, we say that at the same time, we ain't plugging and playing these halfbacks if Joe Mixon's playing right now, but we can always move Mixon. But I really, really like this Malcolm Reed guy it's out of Rutgers, though. Rutgers, first in the 20-yard in the cone, 3rd in the bench, and you look at that ball carrier, break tackle, carrying all A-. Those are some nice stats. They have all A-, not a single B on the board there. And then we talk about the wide receiver. If we look at anybody, it's Steven Smart out of Pittsburgh. He looks like a physical receiver, which concerns me to an extent. I don't know how great that would pursue into an NFL player. But he's, again, great stats. A- in the catch and traffic, B+ in the spec, B+ in the release. But you look at his combine report, 50th in the shuttle and the 3-cone. To be fair, they're not terrible numbers, but they're ranked really low. He's just a bigger guy. I think if you're looking at it from that perspective, you have to go with the more guaranteed pick here. And I think that's Malcolm Reed. I think when you look at Malcolm Reed, you say that's the way to go. The linebackers aren't great. That wide receiver is not great. We're not drafting a right guard. I mean, the other options, Antonio Montgomery. But you see pursuit, tackle, finesse. Again, great numbers. And to be fair, the combine's great. We need to replace that and the running back, though. I feel like because we have such little, like we have nothing with one running back. I know Joe Mixon's gone 110%. We can talk about re-signing Carl Lawson. Joe Mixon's gone, though. Let's go with the safe bet here. And 73 with hidden potential. All right, we'll take it. Play 500 downs, 73. You love the hidden potential. Now 87 speed, 91 acceleration, 84 in a break tackle, 82 carrying, 84 ball carrier vision, 81 on the strength, not a big deal. 81 on the juke power or juke move, spin move, 68. His secondary attributes, he's not the greatest catcher right now. He'll get better at that. His short route, medium route. So he's not the greatest receiving back, but he's got great stats for a running back just being drafted. 22. They're calling him a power back, which ain't a big deal to me. I mean, we can obviously help him out there. We're going to go ahead and send him up to the next pick. We can help him out and try to, you know, throw some attributes toward his passing game and get him up there a little bit. Attitude, next user pick. Yeah, that's what we do here. I do want to see how many picks we have. My team, there's got to be a way to look at it easier than this, but this is the position place I always go to find it. Draft picks. We have we have a second still too. We have a second, a third, and a fifth. And a seventh. We have a lot of picks. Wow. Is there any way? Let's see what's out there. Is there any way we can squeeze out all three of those players? We'll see if that edge rusher is out there right now. That is the next thing on the list here. I'm afraid to look. And I think somebody took him. Yucks. Somebody took him. Can we check out his stats? I need to know. I don't even know what his name was anymore. Antonio Montgomery, he's on Jacksonville now. Let's see what we passed up on. Oh, I'm afraid. I can't believe they picked him in that short span there. That was kind of, I thought maybe we could get him right after it. We'll see though. Let's take a look just for a good time. We'll go look at, what was it, right end or is it left end? It is, we'll check both. I think it was right end though. Yeah, it's right end. Montgomery. Oh, they don't even have him on the board yet. So we have to wait till the draft completes to see that. Dang. All right. Well, it is what it is, I guess. We'll see what else is out here in the draft. Again, we got a running back. I'm glad to see that worked out. If we have to, we can always trade Joe Mixon. If this guy progresses quickly. I mean, he's a 73 right now. That's scary, obviously. You don't want to jump right in with that. We don't need the outside linebackers. Not when you're a complete bust. Glad we scouted those guys. The free safety we don't need either because we have Bates, I think. Do we really go with the wide receiver right now, though? Steven Smart, is that the way to go? Anton Lashley's looking pretty solid. Pursuit, power moves. Oh, he's got hit power in there. Get out of here. You had to throw on that hit power. Running back again. Right end, not good. Right guard, don't need. Right outside linebacker. That's a pretty solid one for a linebacker. Maybe we trade up for him. He's a speed rusher. He doesn't have good combine stats at all. Those are terrible. I don't like taking a chance on that. DB is a second rounder. He's not terrible, but he wants in his own coverage. Good for him. I don't see too much out here. Javante Peppers. We already talked about him. Strong safety. Me on the hip power. Beautiful. Love it when they show the hip power. Hip power and awareness, beautiful. All right, Corey Mason. He's decent on the catching medium route. I mean, he's got good numbers. It isn't as good as the other guy, though. John Fitzsimmons, B+, B+, B+. Those are decent numbers. But again, the combine score is just bleh. Absolutely terrible. Get yourself in the gym, buddy. B+, B+, and B+, and block shedding, pursuit, and tackle for Willie Peterson. He's decent, but again, combine score is not there. Martin McDowell. Ooh. Oh, it's hit power. You had to throw the hit power in there. Had me going for a second. I was like, look at those players. But yeah, there's definitely one other position we can talk about other than receiver. It is the linebacker position. We seem to never draft. And we don't draft them. We're forced to, you know, sign these guys off the streets, which costs us cap space. So if we can somehow make that happen to work here. They're calling Martin McDowell a first rounder with that hit power in there, just distracting the crap out of everything else. Look at those stats though. Woo! 4 first on that combine score. I think we're going to go Steven Smart here. And then our second pick, I'm trying to think. We take Steven Smart now. That'll be the way we go there. The 50 on the shuttle and 3 could really scare me like a lot. But he looks like maybe if any, he's a physical guy. See, that scares me. But the physical receivers work too, though. That's the thing. He's a great catcher, a great release, like spectacular catch. The last time we went for a burner, it killed us, and it literally burned us. So we don't really need a burner. I'm pretty sure he's off the team at this point in time. And then Anton Lashley, he intrigues me as well. He's got decent stats in the combine, B+ in the power, pursuit, power moves, hit power. Of course, they threw hit power in there, which is always a big curveball and never fun. But he looks like he might be the best option, unless we talk about there's finesse, awareness, and pursuit for Daniel Mills. But again, a guy that doesn't have the greatest combine scores. For a speed rush, you'd expect those will be a little bit better, I think, there. A cornerback, I don't really like taking corners in the second round. That seems like a really tough one to do. And then that is really it. Javante Peppers is still out there. Finesse, tackle, pursuit. That's a decent looking stat line there for a 21-year-old. Maybe we can try to get him. He's got first round talent. I really like this Fitzsimmons guy though. Left end, second rounder. Maybe that's a guy we try to trade up for in the draft. The one thing, again, I bring it at the combine. The one thing that seems to kill if you're not careful is that combine grade right there. And he's still he's that much better than Peppers, who has a good combine score. You talk about it, we take a wide receiver now. I don't think we touched Lashley. Just the hit power thing's really driving me away. I feel like they could be a great player. Steven Smart, whatever. Even if he's a physical receiver, I'm going to take that chance, I think. So we're taking Steven Smart. And then we're not going to pick forever still, I think, right? So we have to try to trade up in the draft to get a better second round pick. So let's see what we can do here. I think we might have somebody else's draft pick. Let's take a look here. Second, 53rd. Yeah, we're not drafting forever. So we're going to throw that pick on the block. And let's see what team has a better draft pick than what we have currently right now. Oh, man, look at Eddie Jackson. Good for him. They got second and 39. So they pick in 7 spots. The Bills pick in... right after Browns. The Browns have the number 1 first. Oh no, that's our first overall pick still. Ooh, I wonder what they want for that first round. That's our first round. You think they're gonna charge more for that first rounder? And we can always move up into first if we have to. Let's throw a first, a second, and let's see if we can make this work here. The quicker we can get this pick, the better. The 5th and a 7th. I don't think that's gonna do it. We'll send it. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. So they want a lot for that first. Maybe we can go. I think we can go a little bit farther down in the draft. That's my thinking here. I'm hoping at least. If not, we're really going to burn ourselves. I don't know if we could pause on a certain team's pick, I guess, and see if he went. I'm lazy. What can I say? Oh, look at the Buccaneers. Not really. Shouldn't be. Bad idea. Don't be lazy. Okay, the Chargers. Second round. They have the number 1 pick in the second round. The Colts. Wait, let's take a look at the team needs. The Chargers need right end defense. Oh, they need a right end. We got to get in front of them. Got to get in front of them. That's their number 1 need. They might not take him. I think we got to try to get in front of the Chargers. That's my thinking here. Let's slow sim this. We'll take our pick. Make sure nobody takes our player before we waste a draft pick on this. So let's make our selection here. And pick player we want to take. Hopefully this wide receiver turns out for us, or we're really going to regret if we can't get that right end down the road. So here we go, Steven Smart. Out of the University of Pittsburgh. He is a complete bust. Woo! Oh, we gotta quit the wide receivers. Oh man, just because of them 2 bad combine scores. The guy had great numbers across the board, and we just buried it. That was a wasted pick. You don't like seeing that in the first round. The Falcons are on the clock. We're gonna try to trade him this pick. Can we trade them that player? I don't think they'll let us trade that player, dumb. We're gonna give it a try though. Watch this. Think about this one here, EA Edwards. Let me get down the list here. He's clear. Oh, I couldn't find him. Never mind. We tried. So we're gonna slow sim this. We don't want our what's his name? Man, we should have just taken him then. We're gonna skip ahead. We'll skip up the advance the next pick. See what these guys take. Advance the next pick again. We'll just advance all the way to the Browns pick and then see who's left on the board here. So advance to the Browns. Oh, there's the player we're looking for. Lindsay. Oh, there's the overall. That's what I was looking for. Grigsby, 77. Good for them. So let me, nope, I don't want to completely back out. Look at these transactions here real quick. Make sure we didn't lose our player. Redmond, Quincy, we took Smart. What a waste. There went Anton Lashley. That was the guy we was thinking about. I didn't see what his overall was. I wish I did. I went right past it. I think it was a low overall one, right? I don't think he was in the green. But he's also a defensive tackle, so that might have been part of it. But usually you still want a higher overall than what they ended up with. And that sucks. I still can't believe we did that with wide receiver. It stinks when you get the draft. You need to make the big move. So here we go. We'll keep on going. Next pick here. Another bust in Durham. They took a right end. They took Durham. That's something else to say the least. And there went Chris Derby. Now this is the Browns pick. take a look at this draft board real quick. We'll see what kind of edge rushers are out there, because the Chargers no doubt are going to be looking for one. So they could go after Roundtree. Hit power pursuit and tackle is decent. Do they want Roundtree over Fitzsimmons, who is the second guy on the board? Do we risk another guy with a bad combine though? Last time we went bad combine, we regretted it, every single bit of it. And if we do it again, that could be a big problem here. Draft board. That is the left ends on a draft board. That is not our draft board. What are you thinking? Let's go here. All positions available. I don't see a lot of great draft grades out there in general for the combine this year. When you look at these players, I mean, Daniel Mills, I mean, he's doing good in the broad jump. It's good for him. He's got pursuit and awareness. Finesse moves is actually decent too. That's actually not a terrible player there when you look at it. But a lot of these guys are just not there. I don't see what's attractive about a lot of these guys. Those first round talent guys, and that was it. Victor Bradfield, I think we already looked at him, and he looks great. He looks fantastic. He's got the late first round talent. The thing is, again, you don't see his zone coverage. You see a bunch of useless stats like hit power at the top. The pursuit being up there is great. That's a guy you're gambling on taking there. Simmons, though, I don't think we need to trade up in the draft for him. We need to a little bit, obviously, but if we can improve past the Chargers, we're gonna take a chance here and see if we can get past the Chargers, a team that needs an edge rusher here. And as soon as I can figure out where to find the sit up button here we go. There we go. Lowell Raymond. Okay, sim up in the draft here. Here we go, the big pick. It is Anton Miles. They went running back, really. The Chargers went running back. Johnson over there to the 49ers. And Nelson to the, on the clock is Carolina. Not a lot of good picks going on around right now. Okay, continuing. We should have checked around earlier on the first round pick, guys. There's went a tight end. How far can we push this down? Victor Brawfield. Take a look at the draft now. Who is on the clock? The Saints are on the clock. There is still a lot out there that is not our edge rusher. Javante Pet, is that the guy I want? No, it's not Javante Peppers. It's Fitzsimmons. I don't want them to reach too far, but the farther we can get back here without them taking him, the better. Daniel Mills, is that the guy we thought about at 71 overall? I don't know if that's good enough for a right outside linebacker. We don't usually draft him. There went Javante Peppers, speaking of edge rushers. Now we are running out of edge rushers. I think now's the time. And he was the most intriguing one left out there. So let's see if we can't trade for this Bills pick here real quick. The Buffalo Bills. All right, they have draft pick. We will go here. The second and the 40th. See, that is not as bad as having to try to get that first from the Browns, though. So thankfully we don't have to reach for that. Our draft pick is the 53rd. So can we go to that in the 5th? I don't think they'll do that. We'll give it a try. Now they want a little bit more than that. We'll try a 5th and maybe a 7th. We do 5th and 7th? 5th and 7th? You think there? 5th and 7th? 5th, 7th. I don't want to give you the 3rd. I don't think you're worth a 3rd. We're getting there. A 5th and a 7th is getting there. They're going to want that 3rd, though. That's a lot to give up. It really isn't, though. They're moving back 13 spots in the draft. Like, let's not be so greedy here. Let's go 5th, 4th. Let's go 4th. Let's go 4th, 5th, 4th, and 7th. 4th and 7th. It's a little better. And it's not better enough, though. So we're going to have to throw back that 5th on there, I guess. That's what they're going to want. That is a lot to move up, though. 4th and a 5th just to move up a little bit in the draft. And they still won't take that? Really? Wow. That's tough. That is tough. I don't know how much you want to give up here. I am certainly not trading them a 3rd round to advance 13 spots in the draft. I can tell you that much right now. They want to take the 4th and the 5th, right? That's what they said no on. But it's close. We'll gamble. We'll gamble. We might end up with a bust here, though, if we continue to sim up in this draft. Next pick is Cedric May. You can have him. He is all yours. We have such a long time until our next pick. One more pick. One more pick. Holiday's gone. All right, let's try to make another trade here. Let's try to make another trade. This time it's the Titans. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and try to see if we can't get this trade here real quick. Titans. Try to make this quick here, so we're not here all day. 2nd round pick, the 44th. See how much that moves the bar here. We'll go draft pick. We'll go 2nd. We'll go 4th again. And that there, I think we went 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Did we not? Yeah, we went a 5th. So 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Then that draft pick trade, they still don't want it. Okay, so they're not having it. I'm sorry, it ain't worth moving up that much farther. We'll send them to the next pick again. They went Pruitt. They went Mason. One more pick. There went Fitzsimmons. Son of a 69 overall. Thank you. I'm glad you got him. He is all yours at a 69 overall. Okay, it's a bump to our pick. Oh, I feel better about that. Man, I'm glad they made us not take him. It's all about that combine score, fellas. You don't get that good combine. These guys, it doesn't even matter. Pursuit, tackle, and block shedding. That's decent, but those are some C's I don't want to see. Spectacular catch, and traffic release. Those are some decent numbers for a wide receiver. Terrible combine score, though. Right outside linebacker, again, bleh, type of combine score. Pursuit, hit, power, tackle. That's actually decent, though. Pursuit, hit, power. Hit power's in there. Hit, power, moves, tackle, and awareness. We don't need a wide receiver. Don't need a wide receiver. Who am I kidding? We need a wide receiver. Release, spectacular catch, and traffic. That's a decent looking player, but again, lacking in some categories there on the combine score. There's somebody good. Jalen Wallace, hit power again, has to be the center of attention. Not falling for that one. He's a late pick too. Calling Cincy out of, or a third rounder out of Cincy. Lakeem Smith, I don't like that. Catch, combine scores, power, hit, I don't know. All right, I really cannot decide here between Sean Ward and Jerry Herndon. Jerry Herndon, again, I think we need an outside linebacker more, but he's got that B- on the tackle. I'd like to see it a little bit higher than that right there, but he's got decent combine scores, first in the cone, second in the shot tool. And then you look at Sean Ward. Again, I love the combine of Sean Ward. As lights out gets right here, and that is the biggest attraction, because as you can tell, he doesn't have tackling, he doesn't have zone coverage. There's a lot of stats missing here. A lot of stats missing here. For B minuses, there is a lot missing right here, and they're calling him a slot corner, which again, you know why? Because he's got the quickness, but he doesn't have the ability to cover guys, and that concerns me right there. That is a big deal. Clay Wyatt, for whatever reason, he just decided, the player decided not to participate in the combine. What a prick he thinks he is. Now he's not getting drafted. Alfonso Harrison, Ben Gibson, not somebody I'm intrigued in. Pursuit, tackle, block shedding is not the greatest. Jacoby Coleman still out there. Again, not intrigued. There's not a lot up here. Lakeem Smith is out there. Again, bad combine score, though. Ain't falling for that one. 6.8 out of that receiver out of Wagner. Good for him. I don't think that's anything. That's not anything impressive. So let's go flip a coin here. Flip a coin on Sean Ward or, man, Sean Ward. I think I'm thinking with my, my heart here. I'm thinking good combine score, good result, and I think that could be hurting a little bit. But at the same time, what's Herndon got to offer? He's a finesse, power, to block shedding's a concern. He's a third round talent, but they're calling him a first round kind of pick type of guy. A late first rounder in talent wise. That's tough. He's projected in a late third. He's got first round talent. I know for a fact Sean Ward won't be there this next time around. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try Sean Ward, and maybe if it goes terrible, we can try to pick somebody else up. I think we can't be trading draft picks right now. That's the problem. I think we have to draft these players, like I said. 71 normal, not a good pick. I disagree. 71 in normal progression is not a good pick. 64 in the zone, 74 on the man. 87 speed, acceleration, agility's all there. Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do. But I think we had to do it. I think we have to do it. We'll sim up to our next user pick. We're going to make the picks. We can't trade them away. Quite simply. Wow, what a pick. Quarterback Stokowski in the third round for the Chargers. A 78 overall. Good for them. All right, so there's some first round bust out here stuff. If you guys are interested in anything like that. Lakeem Smith is still out there as well. People don't like him for some reason. Lakeem Smith, Terrell Miller. Zone's good, pursuit's good, but the hit power has got to be thrown in there. We have not finished our right guard scouting. That is clear. Angel Manning, 6.3. Dang, he had some decent pursuit, decent scouting combine numbers. It does look like our CB is off the board that we was talking about. Daryl Bacon is there. We can take a look at that down the road, right? We can take a look and see where that overall was. I'd like to know where he was there. Daryl Bacon, look at that short, medium, and catching. He's got some decent numbers. I really don't want to go after another wide receiver after the last one, but that's really what we're glaring at and needing. Especially looking at what's out here. Oh, there's Herndon. He is still around. Good for him. Let's take another bust. We're very good at that. Herndon, you're going to be the next bust on the board. Come on down. What do you got? 65 overall? 71 in normal. I love it. Freaking love it. All right, so this is just, the draft's been tough. There's no other way to put it than the draft has been tough. We're going to do something different we normally don't do in these episodes. And we're going to try to pick up a late round steal here. What is this? The pick round. We have one more pick after this still, right? I think we have one more pick. Manual trade. Let's take a look here. I think we have one more after this one. Yeah, we have a 5th and a 7th. We're going to use that 7th to pick a punter, I think. So we'll see if we can get a 5th round steal here. Very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. But hey, you never know. There's still some guys running around now. Our first round projected guys. People finally took chances on. Pursuit, tackle, hit power for that CB is just not there. Wide receiver with a good combine score. Maybe we can go down the route. That is not a good combine score. That is a 7th round projection for Merriweather. Sorry to see that for you, pal. There's just not a lot out here. We have a hit power, tackle, finesse on a left end who's projected not to get drafted. He did very poorly. Free safety and Nicholas Sheldon, who we did not even scout, but we're going to look at him for a good time. There really isn't a lot out here for a 5th round pick. B minus C, C plus on a left outside linebacker there. But that's pretty much it. As the kickers gone, don't you dare tell me teams actually went out and got kickers. Nah, they're all out there still. Perfect. Okay, great. So we don't have a reason to keep the 5th. I'd like to trade that. Maybe we can trade that for next year's 5th instead of just wasting the pick. Medium, short. There's some terrible numbers. Those are some terrible numbers. Everything's bad. So we're just going to see if we can. Let's see if we can go 5th for a 5th and save it for next year. See if that's something that can help us down the road where we don't have to waste that pick. Because that's really all I have on my mind right now is maybe possibly moving that pick because there's really just not a lot. Ooh, look at the Bears. Oh, it's a 7th. Okay, they had 2 first still. We'll go for your 5th or this year's 5th of ours. I don't know what your 5th is going to be, but it's looking like it's a slightly bit better than ours right now. They're going to take it though. All right, that's taken care of. Now let's go ahead here and come up to our next pick here and take a punter. Who would have thought we'd be simming up in a draft in the 7th round to take a punter? I love it. Drafted, baby. This is going to be the steal of the draft. We're going to get ourselves a good punter and make us feel like we won this draft. We have every punter in the world to choose from here. Do we care about the combine score? Because this guy's killing it all. Kick power, A. Kick power. Kick accuracy is a B+. Good for him. This guy is A and B. A, B+. It looks like that's our answer right here is Warren Ray, baby. What you got, Warren Ray? Big money, 71. Good enough. Good enough. He's got some power and some accuracy. I don't care. He's on a cheap contract. He's a 7th rounder. You love to see it. That is going to wrap up this video, though, I believe. We'll go ahead and send the next user pick, which should not be existing, and it is not. That should conclude it, though. We'll see what we can do in the next episode. We got some work to do. We got one good player. One good player and a few not so good ones. That's the issue we're running into here, but we should be all right. We'll make it work. We have 2 firsts. We got to put a lot of money into that first by smart. That's an issue, though. We're going to see if we can move him, open some cap space. That's always an issue. But we'll see if we can make it work. Otherwise, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.